ora, ko te ati awa tiwi ko Jess Radovanovich tōku ingoa. I'm Jess Radovanovich. My father's family is from Taranaki, my mother's family is from Waipu here in Northland, and I grew up in Northland. I first started working for what was then Northland DHB in 2004 as a physiotherapist, and went away and did medicine after some years and am back again now as a PGY1. I started on general surgery as my first run of PGY1, and even though I was familiar with the hospital, it was still a pretty daunting prospect, really steep learning curve, but the team here has been really supportive. We have a pretty flat hierarchy here. Everybody's really approachable, and the team environment just works in a way that I haven't experienced anywhere else. And the highlights of the general surgery run, I guess, are getting to do the real work of medicine. It was my first run. I really liked the opportunities to go to the suturing clinic, to go to theatre. I held cameras a number of times and assisted with operations, which I think is pretty rare as a health officer in some of the big hospitals. And the increasing complexity of our patients blows my mind a bit, but makes every day really interesting and different. I have a great cohort of PGY1s, 2s and 3s. It's really great having such a diverse cohort. We've got people here from all parts of the world, and I've really enjoyed getting to know them as friends as well as colleagues.
Kia ora mai tātou, ko Francis Bradley tōku ingoa. I tupa mai whānau mai I Kaitaia, engari no tā wāhi o ku whānau, no Āwherika ki te tonga, no Kotarani Airani Motua tāne. Tū ana hei mata ora I te hohipere o te whanga reipai, arā ko whangarau. I tēnei tau, ko ngā huringa ki te hohipere, ko te tari hauora me te tari poka. Sino pai kia hau wenei o ngā huringa o ko te hohipere katoa, nā te mea ngākau mahana ngā tangata, hei whakaako, hei awhiawhi, hei tautoko I te haerenga kia tū hei tākuta, kia mahi āringa, kia whakaaro me pēhea tātou te tiaki I ngā whānau I ngā whaiora. Nō reira mena hia koe ki te taimai ki konei, ka tautoko ngā tākuta katoa, ngā nehi, te mea I a koutou.
Kia ora, my name's Ruben and I'm a medical registrar at Whangarei Base Hospital. I did my university training at Auckland Uni and subsequently did my final medical student year at Whangarei as a trainee intern. I've done PGY1 to 4 up here, so I've done medical and surgical runs. The runs that have probably stood out to me have been my placement in the renal department here, and also I was lucky enough to spend 3 months up in Kaitaia. So I've worked in the medical department for the last year here. It's a really cool department to work in. Everyone is incredibly helpful and supportive in and outside of hours. It's a really easy place to settle in.
Hello, my name is Bianca Roslow. I'm one of the medical registrars. I did my training in Scotland in a variety of rural hospitals. And I decided to come to New Zealand after FY2, so I thought Whangarei was the perfect place because of the rural setting. I'm really interested in rural medicine. Northland also has a lot of beautiful beaches and a lot of things to do. I started here in geriatrics and I'm now working in acute medicine. It's really well supported by both the other registrars and the medical consultants. Every day is really varied. We see a lot of high acuity patients, and I think as a junior doctor it's a really good place to come and learn and see pathology that we just wouldn't see back in the UK.
Tēnā koutou, Bulavanaka, Talofa. Kia ora ana, ko Daniel Whiwhita tōku ingoa. He irio no ngā puhi me tonga. He tākata tau tuarua ahau ki Whangarei Hospital. So I trained in Auckland University and did my last year as a TI up here in Whangarei Hospital, and then stayed on to finish my house officer years. I'm currently PGY2. So I guess why I chose to work in Northland, the first thing that comes to my mind is he aha te mea nui o te ao. He tangata, he tangata, he tangata. So what is the most important thing in the world? It is the people, it is people, it is people. Honestly, the people here are amazing, not only the colleagues, but also our lovely community. You feel constantly at home when you talk to kuia and kaumātua. You're constantly laughing with the aunties, cousins, and you're admired by the potential in our rangatahi, and you are inspired by our beautiful pepe. We have a really supportive working community that's not only the doctors that you work with, but also the different staff that you're involved with, the nurses, the ward clerks, the cleaners, the HCAs. Everyone is really involved in the patient's care and also involved in your own well-being, and they really care about you.
The people that I get to work with every day make the job. I love the friendliness of the hospital. You feel like you're part of one big team.
And I'd definitely consider coming back here long term.
One of the main things that sticks out about this hospital is how friendly everyone is.
Mena, kei te hiahia koutou, ki te ako, ki te mahi, ki te tuku I te aroha, tēnā mauria mai tō mana tō tapu, tō whakapapa kia tiaki mai, kia manaki mai ngā whaiora whānau me te hapori o te tai tokerau. He tino a tāhua tēnei rohe, he taonga i ara ki te taimai ki te mahi, honotahi ki ngā kaimahi me ngā whaiora. Nō reira, tēnā, hara mai.